From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike 54. I'm on.
It's hot! This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
He's fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
At the 46-yard line.
Hands up! Wait! 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. I know he ain't got it.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Here we go.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bengals 37-yard line.
Here we go.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll escape to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Here we go.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Stick.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Just like that.
Now Joe Mixon. This one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Here's Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hands up. Lead. Hey, check. 2 by 2. Move. Alert 3. 61. Matchbox lights. Hands up.
Dalton now to pass. Blitz coming, and down he goes. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carried from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep the quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 180. Watch the flag. Motion. 21. Check out.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They'll get him to the ground at the 20, following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion.
Here we go.
But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Here we go. 180. It's just me and you. Man.
They run forward, Breida, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. There's Garoppolo to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space
Here we go.
just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14. Bengals.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into...
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Here we go.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Two.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here we go. 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Garoppolo again. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a Saturday.
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. Not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
CD, you know, there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in. Because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ross. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Watch 54, watch 54. Watch the curl, watch the curl.
From midfield here, Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This will be Dalton again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. That's complete right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
I see you, boy. I see you.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do,
Here we go.
in this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
Double tight.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Here we go.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and you had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. 3-on-body Calhoun. A sack coming off the corner blitz. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Garoppolo now. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now here's Ross. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
He's got it with the 15. A gain of 32 that time.
Let's go.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Hands up, please. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
The final act of the first half. Dalton to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for A.J. Green. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
27-yard attempt.
Bullett's kick is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go,
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. is Kittle. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and throw.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
If you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Here we go,
the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come to my work.
They run again with Breida. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16.
A gain of 22 yards.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight high.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
To throw is Garoppolo. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Nick Vigil gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
11.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
Hey, Charlie.
52, Mike, 52. You can't block me. You can't block me.
65.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. I'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here you go, 368.
Now Dalton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield, and it's intercepted. Dalton picked up by another Horned Frog, Jason Verrett. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Here we go, here we go.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. On 1st down, here's Breida. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs.
Here we go.
And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him
Here we go. 180.
Watch tight, tight end's right. Watch tight, tight end's right.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
And Dalton to throw. Going up top. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a toss play to Bernard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Pass it. It's Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll set up the screen here to mix them. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
2nd and 10 at the 1-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Man, I got you. He's checking.
11. I got you.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
Here we go.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
At the 13-yard line.
Here we go.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They run with Breida, and just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Here's Dalton. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Regular.
Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 180.
52's to Mike. I got you, son.
This is Breida. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Like 20.
Bring it. SOS.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
You have to take a heck of a comeback and come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense has got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll get it more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Andy Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Dalton gets Gets it to his running back, Bernard. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. He's going to let it fly. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
Sets up fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here's Dalton. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Under 10. 10.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. On the screen, Bernard. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And it was the Colts emerging victorious.
Here we go.
A win would be their first of the young season.
Crunch time, defense.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Bound to lose one. Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. Alert.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body